Hey, Einstein, where's the dot, boy? Huh?
Creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. FANHOME Build the Back to the Future DeLorean Part 20. In this video, we'll be completing issue 46 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So, as with every build, it comes with a components and it comes with a magazine. Let's just move the components aside and have a look at the magazine. Really good graphic at the front of the DeLorean model. As always, these are the components that come with this stage of the build. We've got our step-by-step instructions on what we're doing. We're adding a new element to the dashboard from the previous video. There. Taxi for tomorrow. A night shoot on location involves a futuristic taxi and a flying police car that refuses to fly. So good. Back to the Future 2, so good. And there's old Biff in 2015. Griff Tannen. Like Biff, but worse. The cybernetically enhanced grandson of Biff Tannen. Batter up. And this is what we will be getting in issue 47. And then it just shows us again what we're going to be, all the components that are involved in this stage of the build. So as always, I like to do some admin work to make sure I've got everything here before we start building. Just get my scissors. We'll just cut through. There's two elements there, and we've got a bag of AP screws. Empty it out there. We've got a bag of BP screws, put them at the bottom. And we have a blister pack with two more elements inside, so let's get them opened. And there's a tiny tab down there as well. Right, let's check what we've got. So we've got dashboard display, which is here. Casing, which is here. Dials, which are here. LED panel, which is here. We have our tab, which is there. We have our AP screws and our BP screws. So let's just put our screws in. So we've got AP screws first of all. Let's cut the top off that and pour them in. And we have BP screws, which are here. Just put them scissors aside. Put the magazine aside. Let's bring our components across everything. So we've got our screws, we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Let's begin. So I brought our dashboard back for this section of the build. Remember that we did this in the last video. So first thing we've got to do is get our dashboard display, which is this. And if you check underneath, we've got a locating lug there and we've got a hole there for a screw. So it's quite easy to line them up. That's for the locating lug and that is for the screw. So we just pop that in place like that, there. And we attach that with a BP screw. So let's get a BP screw out. I know one of my screwdrivers is good and one's not. Still haven't worked out which one it is. So that's the hole there. Here, that's where we're going to put our screw. So I'm just going to feed that in there, like that. Now, that's how that goes in place. Next thing we need to do is we've got our dials here and we've got our casing here. So we've got to put these two together, and there's kind of a recessed area inside there. So that sits in there and it matches up with those. See the holes there? Those match up with those holes. And we secure that in place with two AP screws. So let's get our screws out. Hold that in place. That. I'm going to loosely put that in until I get the second one in. That. Make sure that's in properly before I tighten it up. And then that one. Okay, that's our display in place. Our two screws there. So the next thing is we bring back this circuit board here, and as you can see there are lights on there. So the lights have to face inside this way, towards this way, and as you can, if you can see there, you can see there, look down there, there's two little embossed areas there, and this slots in between, and there's one on the other side there. So we just slot them in on that side and on that side. So just slot them in there like that, there, so that this cable sticks out at the top, but it comes out the back, because we won't be lighting the back area, we'll be lighting this front area here, probably these here, it'll be lit up. So that's, yeah, so that's how that goes. And then I've got to bring the dashboard back, so I'm just going to zoom out again like that, and we feed this cable through this hole here like that, all the way in. Just pull it all the way through like that, and it should fit perfectly there. Let's just make sure we've got this cable, it's not caught on anything. and our cable through the hole at the bottom. And we secure that with 2 BP screws underneath. You just sit that there. It's going to work out which holes. So it's this one and this one. So we need 2 BP screws to secure that into place. So make sure this is where it's supposed to be. Okay, and now I'm going to start screwing that in. Let's make sure that it's sat where it's supposed to sit before I start screwing it in. I'm going to partly screw it in because I've got to get this other screw in as well. Like that. I'm just going to make sure it's positioned where it's supposed to be and start screwing this in. Till it's in tight, and then tighten this one up. There. Just checking that it's in properly. So it's screwed in properly there. I've zoomed in a little bit further because we've got to connect these cables now. This one here, we've got to connect it to this one. So I'm just going to see there's a couple of pins in there. If you can see, there's a couple of pins in there, and then there's a couple of holes on that side. So I'm not sure which way round it actually goes. So I'm just going to try it this way. First of all, if it doesn't go that way, I'll turn it the other way. See, it's got to go one way or another. Yeah, I think it goes. Yeah, it goes this way. Yeah, just gonna press that in place. Like that. Just wanna make sure it's pushed in all the way. Like that. There. So that's those two connected. And then what we've got to do is we've got to, with our tab here, tab will go, the location will go there, and then the screw goes in there, and then we pass this cable between the two, like that. Actually feed some of it inside there, like that. So I need a AP screw. So put our AP screw in there. Like that. And then push the wire down, and then just got to turn it around so the location lug goes in. It's a little bit fiddly, but we'll get it. It's very difficult to hold actually. So we just squeeze through there. Our location lug in. Just checking which way it goes. Ah, no, it goes the other way. The location lug goes at the back, and our screw goes in the front. So just got to match them up. You can barely see. I can barely see where the screw is. I need to get that location lug on there. That's it. It's on. I just need to screw in now. Location lug is moving. The location lug's in. Just going to turn it around that way and hold it there. That's it held in place there. As you can see, with that tab is holding that wire down, and that wire just kind of sits like that there. It doesn't do anything else. Of course, we've got these other two wires that are coming out. So we just flip it over, and those are the two elements that we've added to the dashboard. The dashboard is really starting to come to life. Let me just zoom out there. Yeah, the dashboard is really starting to take shape now, as you can see. And that completes issue 46 of the build. As always, you already know this. As always, we've got merch for the channel. Yes, we do. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.